hitting the button. And here we are, as you said, as Max said it, it is Full Send Sunday here in Sochi. One of the more intriguing races that we have thus far. If you're watching us, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, I suppose, maybe if you're in Australia at this point. We've got the Discord stream live, I think.
I'm
Frank
working
is
on it.
working on it. So jump into the Discord if you're going to be joining us and if you want the race as it comes to you. For right now, we are in Sochi at this ridiculous hour of the morning. It is not even 5 o'clock here on the West Coast, but here we are. 5.85 kilometers, 3.65 miles, 2 DRS zones, and a top speed of 211 miles an hour. But Frank, this is a track that has been dominated. Is Frank even back yet? Frank is
Yeah,
back.
I'm here.
There
I'm
you
here.
go. Okay.
I'm here.
This is a track. My Zoom wasn't actually updating. This is a track that has been dominated by Mercedes for the last 7 years. But today, the story is Lando Norris on pole, followed by Carlos Sainz and George Russell.
Yeah, I have to say, this poll, the starting lineup
start
today
position
is awesome.
Is awesome. And to add to it, we have Verstappen, who has taken an engine penalty, in addition to a 3 grid place penalty from causing the crash over in Monza with Lewis Hamilton. Not that it matters. You can't go beyond 20th, so he's like last. Charles Leclerc will be testing, well, not really testing,
His test, yeah.
using a new battery unit for the Ferraris. Latifi took an engine change, and now late breaking Bottas will also be taking an engine change for Mercedes. I think Toto playing some mind games, perhaps in sending Valtteri to the rear to fend off Verstappen.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe that's actually a I don't know though.
Well,
If that's
I don't
actually
know
a
what
tactic or not.
one
But
way
I
or
don't.
the other.
I think it is. At least he's gonna have some competition in the back. But who? So my question is there. If everybody replaces engine, right, and you all have to
Yep.
start at the back,
Yeah.
who starts in front of who?
Right. So the way that they
Is it
did
the
it.
person that took it first?
Yeah, Rosie, there in chat. The live coverage is on Discord, so jump in
I'm
there.
working on
Frank's
it.
working on it. No, it is not who takes it first. It is technically who qualifies better, and then that's the order. So Verstappen did 1 lap in quali, and then just they
Leclerc
bowed
made
out.
it into Q2.
Yes, Leclerc went ahead and made it into Q2, and then looks like Latifi and Giovinazzi, I think.
He made it only into Q3. He got 60.
Yeah, I think that's an actual quali. But Bottas and then
that's an actual qualification.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bottas went in there, and he was in Q3. So basically, they kind of start in they finish in qualification and then they just drop down. Basically, this is how it works. So that's what they do. Okay.
Checking real quick if the Discord's working. I think it is. I think it's got sound and everything, so y'all should be all set.
All right. Well, there you go. So perfect. So we got the live race there in Discord for all the fans. All right, the other interesting piece: Red Bull going with the low drag rear wing, which is different than the leaders themselves. There's also been the threat for some rain, and it has been raining on and off all week in Sochi. Now, we're not exactly sure. Well, we don't think that the rain is going to come in, and according to Toto, they should be fine. So
and there's going to be the formation lap. Everybody's on. It looks like everybody's on mediums.
Yeah, for now it looks like most people are on mediums. Yeah. Now you got to say, the way that the grid has played out, George Russell is in the best position.
Wow, this picture is like a Russian wonderland.
It is. Well, the Olympics were here.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, which is
I didn't
really
realize
neat.
how close it was to the water either. It is pretty beautiful. To be honest with you, this is pretty much how the Miami track will probably be laid out.
Yeah, true.
Because this is like through a stadium and everything. It's kind of very similar idea.
It does look beautiful. But so George Russell in third, Fran. Talk about it for a sec. There's a massive toe that goes into turn 1 here. And we know from, if you watch DTS.
Person in second is screwed.
Yeah, if you watch DTS, they had the whole episode on Valtteri Bottas here in Sochi. And he was saying that you actually want to start this race in third. And that's where George Russell is right now. So Hamilton in fourth, but Russell's got to have got to be feeling pretty good about his starting spot.
Yeah, I think here this is where or his uh-oh.
What do we got?
Basically Max said that his battery is draining and he doesn't know why, which is
Oh,
probably the worst possible thing that you could ever
that's
have.
not
So
good.
that's really bad.
That's not good. Yeah.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be something that's going to need to be fixed in the future.
Also, sort of interesting that you have the 1-2 being McLaren and Ferrari at the moment, the two going head to head for the Constructors' Championships. After going into Monza, Ferrari was about 11 points ahead. Coming out of Monza and the 1-2 for McLaren, the
Yeah.
first since 2010, basically in Ferrari's backyard, McLaren now sees itself as 13 points ahead, and now you have Lando Norris and Carlos Sainz at the top. And so
Yeah, it would have been really interesting to see where Leclerc could have actually
finished, yeah.
also finished, but sorry, I'm yawning. The main thing I personally thought that was super impressive was the actual tactics that was nailed on by McLaren and Ferrari. Like they actually nailed it at the end of qualifying when I was watching it yesterday. It was completely like they called it. They were like, you can put on the slicks. They had 3 warm-up laps and they nailed it. And unfortunately, Lewis just kind of like ran into the pit wall. I
Yeah,
didn't.
Lewis.
I like.
Well,
I watched it like 4 times, and I really don't understand
yeah,
what
because from the angle, it didn't
it
actually
looked
look like
really
he hit
weird.
anything, but he
Yeah,
clearly
right.
did.
Yeah, I mean, he clearly hit it.
So far this weekend, Mercedes has hit one of their pit crew, more or less. There was that incident in
Yeah, that was
practice.
he did actually run over the
Yeah,
guy.
he ran over the
He kept
guy.
the angel. He kept the magic dust thing on.
Yeah,
The same thing that happened in Baku when he went straight up,
he's
straight through.
they've hit the pit wall. And then he never finished technically finished qualifying. He spun and hit the rear. It broke the rear wing uh, right after the checkered flag in Q3.
And
So
also a comment here in Lando's interview, he actually said, "I have no idea how to feel about being in pole here." So this is gonna be quite fascinating. I think our map is
yeah,
ahead of my
the map
view.
and the live timings are slightly ahead of the live view, but the grid is set. Jump into Discord, Frank. If you put the Discord link there for a sec,
Oh yeah, my
and
bad.
if you want the race itself, we have the green flag, and we're gonna have the lights out here in Russia, and we're off. Let's see who gets the jump into turn one, and it's gonna be Lando Norris with a
Norris,
brilliant
and then
start here.
Russell's gonna be able to keep in front. Is he?
Is he gonna get the toe?
No, the Mercedes on the
Oh my
inside as well.
goodness.
No, the
Looks like
Ferrari's gonna make
Ricardo
it
made a
out.
move. Oh, Hamilton making a move to the inside. Big move by Hamilton to the inside. Oh,
Oh,
but
Sainz was
sides to the
able to
Ferrari.
cut in
Huge
front of
lockup.
Lando.
Huge
Yeah, that was
lockup.
and then Lando's still gonna be able to try to get in front of Sainz here too, because I still think he's got the speed, but then Williams is going to stay in third. You also have an Aston Martin in fourth there as well, and then now they're starting to line up. The Alpine's behind. You have an Alpine trying to make a move too on the outside of the Aston Martin. I don't think he's going to be able to have it. He's going to get pushed off the track. Oh my god, this
Oh
is
my
kind
goodness.
of crazy.
Yeah, very much off the track. Also, I think the Alpine there was who was in the Alpine? Alonso. Is track limits. But
Alonso, yeah, but he didn't have a choice. He was going
no,
to go.
well,
He was going to
no.
get thrown off.
Before in turn one.
Oh yeah, in turn one. Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure how they'll figure that out, but he technically needs to give back to where he was before.
Yeah. We're gonna have to. That's gonna have to play out a little bizarre.
And then
So
here's Ricardo's going to make the move on the Alpine on the inside. Is he going to be able to pull it off? I don't think so.
that's
Oh, Ricardo
close.
went for it. Wow, he dove in on that one. What a move. And then Mazepin out of absolutely nowhere is up to 13th, believe it or not. It's probably in his home race, it's the farthest up I think he's ever been. Congrats.
Yeah, it is
Stroll
actually
making up. That was the Aston Martin that I was seeing. I couldn't tell if it was Vettel or Stroll. Stroll's up 3 spots in a fourth.
wow,
Really
strong
good
play.
job and start by him. And then I'll be honest with you, literally couldn't have been worse for Hamilton.
No, he's down in 7th. Well, we know
Other
that
than
the Mercedes have
being out
had
of the race, it was pretty
problems
tough.
at the starts.
Yeah.
But this is an overtaking track, so expect to see a lot of fireworks here.
I would really like to see the replay of how Sainz was actually able to get in front.
Especially from second, which is
Yeah, from second,
although
which is kind of weird.
if
But he
yeah.
got it on the second or third turn, and I think he may have locked. I think Norris locked up, and then here's going to be Alonso and Hamilton again. This is like a remake of. Nah, this is
from
easy.
the
We've
from
got him
Hungary.
there.
Oh, he does. He does have him on the inside. There into sixth place. So, if you were watching the race, the pre-race, actually, they were commenting on how much rubber was on the track, especially in the starting grid from the F2s and the F3s. And so, even in position two, you had a lot of grip actually, which normally isn't there. So that may have actually helped slingshot science properly. So maybe.
Yeah, the big important part here, I would have to say is Perez needs to be able to basically stick onto Hamilton.
Yeah, we had a yellow flag in sector one, but all
Yeah,
clear
it was
for.
just I was listening. I think it was just to clean the debris
Okay,
of
okay,
rubber,
there you go.
etc. I think that was it. This is going to be the race start we're going to be able to see again. Wow, the McLaren all the way in the back
I
actually had an
actually didn't think
incredible
this was a
start.
very bad start by Norris. He's out.
No, it's a really good start, but then no.
I mean, Sainz just ends up riding Norris's own slipstream actually
Yeah, and just
from behind, and then
is able to
late on
break
the
way late.
brakes. Late
Yeah,
on the brakes,
he
yeah.
just braked way later.
Yeah, and so that's
That
the
was
one
kind
where
of crazy.
Alonso, I'm telling you, he's like way off and then gets up into fourth, but he runs off the track.
They are crazy how close next to each other they are.
It is very cool,
Wow,
very
he has
close
so
wheel to
much
wheel.
more speed. That's really weird.
Yeah,
That's actually kind of crazy.
he's able to. So basically, Norris gave him the toe instead of Russell. A little bit of lockup there, but
Yeah, Russell was the one
brilliant
in
on the
third that
outside.
was technically supposed to pick up that slipstream, and this
Yeah,
is going to be the Hamilton one. The Ricardo had a crazy launch on his left.
I mean Hamilton is just. They've had Mercedes has had bad
Has
starts this
always
year.
had bad
They've had
starts.
bad,
Yeah.
especially when you
I
notice it
don't
when they
think this
line up
was the
against
smart idea. Yeah,
Verstappen, squeezed.
he got squeezed really hard there. But also kind of probably smart on his spot, to be honest with you. Like he needs to just not get involved.
Yeah,
He needs to just race his race.
good start by Stroll too. You called that one out.
Yeah, Stroll did really well there. He just kind of rode everybody, found his spot, had a racing line, and went for it. He found his space on the track. It was really good.
Yeah, well, Hamilton got squeezed in the outside. Stroll is actually in the right spot.
Yeah,
Make
he
sure,
was in the correct spot. He was
correct
in the
spot.
racing line, which is really nice.
Yep.
And this is
YouTube chat, jump into Discord if you want the live stream. You can watch
yeah.
along with us and then jump in here, give us your opinions on what's going on in the race so far. A rather interesting start here where uh, the familiar name's not quite at the top so far. But
I have to say though, the Ferrari and Norris and Sainz are kind of racing their own race
well,
at
they
this point.
are actually
Being out in front, they're able to just kind of extend their own lead over there.
Russell in the Williams about 5 seconds behind Lando Norris. So
And Verstappen has to pass Bottas. Bottas just passed Mazepin, so Verstappen's gonna have to overtake the Haas, and then next one's Bottas. After that, Gasly, then Leclerc and Vettel. So not very easy people to pass, to be honest with you, on the next list for Verstappen.
no, I think that Bottas and Verstappen are probably going to make their way up the grid more or less together.
Kind of together is what I was assuming too. But also Gasly and Leclerc. Gasly is actually has some pretty good pace around here. Just a really bad qualifying. He got screwed at the end when someone cut him off. Unfortunately, was not able to actually get a second or third lap in there to move him up in queue.
We're going to really see the strategy come out when they end up having to hit the pit stops and how that's going to potentially change the order, especially for Bottas and Verstappen. Remember, a lot of teams like to take their engine and their grid penalties here in Sochi because of the potential for overtaking is so high. But Max is going to have to make his way through traffic so far today. All right, so that is where we're at. Sainz, as you said, in the lead, then Norris, and then 6 seconds later, it's Russell, Stroll, Ricardo, and then Hamilton.
I'll be honest with you. I'm pretty surprised Williams is still here's Stroll on the radio.
Ooh.
Rain is reducing. Wait, that guy's a different. Yeah, I was gonna say that guy is the different. Aston Martin guy sounds way different than the typical dude.
Huh.
I don't know if they changed something, but basically they're saying less rain, so less possibility of rain, which is kind of, I guess,
probably
Good
a
for us
relief for
because
the
we get to see
fans.
more racing. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that. And Bottas putting in the fastest lap so far from down in 14th.
Yeah, he had an incredible qualifying.
We just very
Um,
well on this track.
yes, he has historically has done extremely well on this track. This is kind of right up his alley. He is building his new home in the Scandinavian outskirts in Finland. I saw on his Instagram.
Ah, very nice.
Yeah, it was quite interesting. I guess the
Well,
Alfa Romeo contract is nice. Well, probably the Mercedes contract has been
well,
really
the
nice.
Mercedes
I'll
has
put it
been
that
very
way.
nice.
The Alfa Romeo one may not be as nice.
Got a little
Uh,
pack of 4 cars there with Russell, Stroll, Ricardo, and Hamilton, and then
it
Perez
seems like
as
the
well.
engine issue that Verstappen had should be. I feel like if your battery was kind of just going the whole time, you wouldn't really be able to continue.
No,
I'm
they're
not sure
fine.
if it's at
They're fine.
110% performance, but
I know Russell was saying earlier he actually liked how his car was performing on the long straights. He's actually been able to keep up with the race pace more or less
that's the
here.
surprising part to me
Yeah.
is that he's been able to actually keep up because typically we've seen him qualify really well
Yep.
and then he kind of just gets passed.
Yeah, but he's only
Like there's
really a
just not much he can do, and
second,
he hasn't been
one
just
second
passed.
behind Sainz and Norris, and then he's right with the other folks in the pack here. You can see the little map there. You got that little group of 4 or 5 cars together, kind of following each other. But yeah, it looks like Norris can't really put much pressure onto Sainz, or maybe he doesn't want to right now.
All
He's
right,
trying to
yeah, he
save
may not
tire.
want to right now.
But yeah, 2 DRS zones make this very, very fast. The DRS zones were not active in qualifying due to safety because
Yeah, because of the rain.
of the rain. Yeah, so we
It's also
definitely
a
have
pretty
them now.
interesting track because you can pretty much carry your speed throughout the entire track. It's all about your exits on this track. So if you're not exiting really well, then you're kind of in a really bad situation because you're losing all that speed throughout the rest of the track. It's super important that you're exiting all these turns like pretty much spot on here.
And then you were mentioning so that the Haas though, they started okay. They're back.
Yeah, now they're
They're
back
brought
down
down
to
to
kind of
earth a
where
little bit.
it kind
Yeah,
of worked itself out.
worked itself out.
And then here's Verstappen on Bottas now. This is what we were kind of talking about before. This is the first one in the line of cars that he has to kind of get through if he wants to move up.
Although he's about a half second behind here, and then they are about 1 second behind Gasly. Although
I think
Verstappen
they
will
all
have
have DRS.
DRS.
This entire
Yeah, they
chain
do.
has DRS.
Yeah, that's Perez
Oh,
up
he's
here
gonna
though.
go. He's gonna make the move. He's gonna go on the inside. He does this. He's gonna be able to continue and hold the move. And yes, Verstappen's gonna be able to get the pass on Bottas right there. So, not exactly what Mercedes wanted to. Did not really
No,
hold him
that
back
is
that much.
Toto's gonna have some heartburn in the back in the paddock over that one.
He's gonna be like, we should have given him a
Christian
contract.
Horner, however, there's the picture of Christian.
Go
Nice
on, son.
smile. Yeah. If you want the images, just jump into the Discord and you can watch along with us there. But yeah, Verstappen kind of launching himself up ahead of Bottas, and now at this point, you have to say Verstappen is on the hunt because he
Yeah,
is
I would have
clear.
100%. That did not really look that difficult.
No, it did not, and now he
The
is just
overtaking looks, I'm
released.
not saying it looks easy because I would definitely not be able to do it, but it looks a lot. On other tracks, you really have to kind of like put the car in situations where you don't really want to. This is pretty safe overall.
He's eyeing his former Red Bull teammate Pierre Gasly up next. Yeah, he just kind of takes us outside, maybe late on the
Late braking
brakes.
takes
Yeah.
the inside line and just kind
This was
of,
actually very, very clean. Very
yeah, it
clean
was super
pass.
clean.
Very nice. You know, we did mention how the Red Bull is going with the low drag rear wing to try to have more speed on the straights. You saw it there.
Yeah,
It allowed him to launch into the turn.
it was actually something he was complaining about during the first lap of qualifying, the only lap of qualifying. He said he didn't have the speed to actually catch up
Mm.
and keep up with the cars in front of him. So I think that was one of the issues.
And there you go. There's the change.
Ferrari is going plan A +3. So plan A +3 laps is most
Plus
likely what
3
they're probably
laps.
doing, whatever
So
plan A is.
I think the
But hey,
pits are.
congratulations to Ferrari. I think this is the first time they've stuck to plan A. This is great.
And they're actually
We've
doing quite well here, which is interesting because usually you see them doing very well in like Baku and not in Monza, in Monte Carlo, right? But this track kind of lending itself to them doing decently well too. Leclerc up in 12th now. Remember, he also started near the back of the grid because of the engine change here for Ferrari testing a new battery. And so let's see if
It's
that works
probably
out.
that's also, I'll be honest with you, that's probably also future testing for next year
It
too.
is. It is. It is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it definitely is. They probably saw the result at Monza and were like, well,
May as well
might as well
try.
just start working on next year. This is also, I was gonna say Ricardo, I feel like he can make moves, but also he has Hamilton behind him. So I feel like this is not Ricardo has a lot of pace on this track. He's not one of the slowest ones
Ricardo's had
either.
a lot of pace in the last two
In
weeks,
the
man.
last couple weeks, yeah, whatever's been, I don't know what happened
McLaren's
after
been
the
looking
break,
really
whatever,
good.
they figured it out. Yeah, they've 100% figured it out. If they take this into next year and can do the same thing to the cars in the future, they're gonna be, it's not gonna be for a Mercedes Red Bull conversation because they're getting there.
I would.
They're very
It's a little bit of
close.
follow the leader at the moment. I would like to see Perez kind of
Yes,
push
it kind
Hamilton
of
right
is.
now.
But now you were talking about Norris getting into DRS zone of science here,
Hmm.
so he's within the range. Also, yeah, if you want to hop in Discord and watch live pictures of the race, we have that.
We got that going as well. But yeah, so for Red Bull, really, you coming into this race for Red Bull, you knew that Max was going to take the engine change. He had the 3 grid place penalty from Monza, but you were like, and you know that this track has predominantly been a Mercedes stronghold. So you're thinking in the grand picture, big picture, like, wow, Red Bull's really got to limit the damage this weekend because Mercedes can absolutely throw down the gauntlet here. So far, that has not been the case. Because you actually have Hamilton in 6th, Perez right behind him in 7th, and then now Verstappen is gained on Valtteri. What happened to Mick? Mick down in 20th at the moment, Fran.
Oh, Alfa Romeo just went straight off the track there. Yeah, Mick just, unfortunately, the parody of race cars and him just having a slow race car is just sort of
Yeah,
kind of
he's a
happened.
bit off the
He's
rate, a bit off the race pace at the
just
moment.
the car is just not, unfortunately, is just not quick enough.
He's putting his
And
last lap at
Stappen does
145.
make the move on Gasly there.
Right. So right
He
now
also
it's
moves up.
Gas. I was about to say because Gasly's sitting in between him and Bottas, so maybe his former teammate does him a solid and just holds Bottas back.
Oh, is Norris gonna?
Oh,
I thought he was gonna make for a move there.
well, I think he wants to make a move. He was at both radios telling to
Yeah,
push. The
it's
push
very
is on.
interesting. Yeah, it's very interesting. Both radios are kind of just like countering each other back and forth and trying to, but they're pretty close.
This is actually quite. We thought that Lando was maybe saving some tire a couple laps ago, but he is now just going right at Sainz. McLaren just saying, the race is on here. Oh, there's the
I
range
wonder
slightly
how, if
offshore.
is he going to be able to get close enough? Is
He
he?
has the
No,
DRS
not
right
on
now
this
going
one.
into turn 1 and 2 here. Oh, he wants the inside, but he's not going to get it.
Yeah, he's almost there. I think he's going to be able to. I don't know. He may need another lap or two, but also Sainz is driving really well here.
Right, but he doesn't have the
He
new
doesn't have
Ferrari
DRS in
engine.
front. No,
Is the other one too, because the new Ferrari engine is only in
in
Leclerc's car.
Leclerc's car.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, there's a.
This is the Red Bull. God, there's 3 wide.
Oh yeah, there's a battle going on back here.
But he still ended up getting in front of Leclerc. That was
Oh, there's a
we had
wiggle.
to, yeah. Now Verstappen's gonna be able to go after Vettel here.
Leclerc
That
is
was
is
really
on
bad.
hard. Oh, so is Verstappen actually.
Yeah, all the people that started at the end and took engine swaps are on hards.
Ah, because they're going longer. Okay,
Yeah, because they have to go longer to
they're
be able
going
to make up
longer.
the times. They pretty much have to one stop it. You basically have to push hard on both of them. Yeah, this was terrifying. He tried to make a move here and they went 3 wide and then it didn't work.
Oh yeah, wow, that was what an interesting pass. Oh my gosh, you were right. Holy cow, Leclerc almost took him out.
Wait, I didn't hear what he said
Is
on the
my front wing
radio.
okay? Is my front wing
Uh,
okay? Is what he's asking. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, and it is. But yeah,
he
Leclerc.
he wasn't.
Whoop.
Verstappen necessarily wasn't wrong in trying to go there. The Leclerc move was pretty aggressive, though.
No,
I'm
but
not gonna
another
lie.
lap, and these two are going at it. There's battles all over the race circuit at the moment because Sainz and Norris up in front are having their little duel, while this midfield is going back and forth with Verstappen trying to make up positions. Bottas hasn't made any moves from 15th at the moment.
Are- Wait, were there people racing on the inside of this track doing something else? What did I just see?
Oh, I didn't notice.
That was so weird. It's like a
It's quite a nice scene there
and
with the
now see,
mountains.
yeah, Norris went for the move there, and then he still had a DRS, so he's gonna have to work himself back in a DRS zone to be able to go for another
He's gonna
crowd.
have to
The
charge the
front wing
battery
is
here.
fine for Verstappen. Confirmation there, and good morning, Mom.
Norris is gonna have to probably take a lap to charge the battery and then go back.
And then go back again. He's
Yeah,
1.5 seconds.
go
Yeah.
back and get him. Yeah.
And Verstappen's got Vettel next. He's got DRS on Vettel, so he's going to be next, right? Kimi actually doing like pretty well with the Alpha and the pace of that car.
Yeah, not
Pretty
bad
surprised
in
with
his
that.
first race
Back after
since
COVID,
a
right?
month. In a month,
Yeah.
basically.
Because Monza, they didn't race
You're right. They
the
didn't race, so
Alphas, right?
he's had two COVIDs. Yeah, Russell for podium there, Chad. Podium position for the moment. We have to see
Yeah,
where
I mean,
the pit
Stroll
stops play
really
out.
hasn't been pushing on him. Stroll hasn't been able to get in front of him, which is why I was saying the whole time is pretty surprising to me.
Yeah, this pack of 5 cars seems to just be very content playing follow the leader at the moment. The
Or their
ordering
pace
hasn't
is so
changed.
even. I'm not sure.
Yeah, the pace is even, and we have to see what happens with the pit stops before I think any of these are going to actually make a significant change.
Yeah, I think the big switch in the next part of the race is has to be the pits. I mean, obviously, it's
Yeah.
kind of a dumb thing to
We
say,
have
but
seen
yes.
we have seen plenty of drama in the pits. Let's not forget Monza. Actually, plenty of drama for Red Bull and Mercedes, both having mishaps in the pits that then continued onto the race course. Norris on the radio
Something
here.
is completely gone. I think he's talking about one of his tires.
Oh yeah, no, I missed it. Let's see if we can. We'd probably need the slow mo to actually tell.
But that's kind of nuts. They're only 12 laps in.
Yeah, I would expect them to at least go another 8
They at least
to
have to make it to 20.
hit around 20. Yeah,
Oh,
20 to.
here's going to be the slow mo front left. So the right side of the screen in the pictures. Yeah, he's got a bad gash in the middle. Oh, yes,
Yeah, a
thank you,
little bit,
Derek. Appreciate it.
a little bit.
Lance Stroll is going to be the first one to pit out of all the.
All right, on lap 13.
Interesting. Yeah.
Aston going in early. Definitely
Gonna
going to be a
throw him on
two-stopper for
hards.
Aston.
That was a good stop. I
Clean.
don't think there's a timing, but it looked pretty quick.
Yeah, no, I didn't see a time on this one. Maybe Sky wasn't quite ready on the clock.
Yeah, I think they probably got caught off guard by
Got off
somebody
guard,
pitting.
too.
They didn't have the graphics ready.
All right, so that's the first one of that little pack there, of that second pack to pit.
The pit, yeah. But they were saying it's an advantage if you do pit because you get the space in front of you.
Well,
Pit
I mean,
early
yeah,
out of there, so you
he's
have
kind
the
of
free
stuck in the
air.
middle of 5 cars, and you're like,
Yeah, I think this is kind of the thing that they were talking about, right? Like the why Stroll pit basically was like, you're not going to get anywhere.
yeah, I mean, yeah, you're not going to get any farther, right? Let's see, Max is.
Oh, Norris is leading the race. What? Come on, Sky. What happened?
Yeah,
What
seriously.
happened? But the next thing I saw on the screen, it was not even a commentator's curse or fault.
No, I did say he needed another lap to charge the battery, right?
He just suddenly was in front of the Ferrari.
And there he goes. So overtake mode on
There it
the
goes. I would
engine,
love to see what happened.
and voila, you get a pass. It's
All right,
that
so
easy.
wow, he's got so much speed. That's
Oh,
crazy.
wow, he doesn't even need to go on the brake. He just flies right
Yeah.
by him.
It wasn't even like he had to break late or anything. He had no chance. Signs absolutely defenseless there. I don't know what he's supposed to
Flew
do.
right by him. We have a pit for Russell and
For
the
the Russell.
Williams.
The front left was a little stuck, late to get on, but not the worst.
There he goes.
Still
Yep.
don't have the timing, but it
On the
wasn't that
hards.
bad.
On the hards. And yes, as Chad is pointing out, Verstappen now in ninth as we're starting to cycle through the pits. He has made it
So
past
yeah,
Vettel
so
and
Stroll
Leclerc.
jumped himself up. So for Aston Martin, they did the right move here, actually. But the pit is
You're right.
+1 for Stroll here because he's now in front of Russell. Russell was in third. He was in fourth.
Correct. Good,
Verstappen's now
good
past
call.
Leclerc also. They didn't show that, unfortunately. So Raikkonen is next.
Yep. Yeah, that was a great point,
Up in
friend.
the points. Nice call there, Matthew.
He got 1.5 sec. Stroll gained 1.5 seconds in the pits there. About
Yeah,
is the gap right
that
now.
was definitely it. It was that right front tire. He's going to be the replay here on the Aston on Vettel. Just kind of late on the brakes on the inside, but it's pretty good.
Yep, goes
Not that
right
bad.
around.
Not dangerous. Not. That was a good pass overall.
Yep, clean pass.
There hasn't been much. There hasn't been much of. Um, Here, Science is going to come into the pit after he's lost the lead there. He,
Very narrow pit lane.
yeah, as Hamilton found out yesterday.
Hamilton
Jesus.
found out yesterday.
Like I said, it was. I didn't even realize he hit corner. But I was going to say Hamilton's kind of quiet. Has been quiet here. They haven't really said much about him, spoke much about him.
No, I think they're just
I
heads
think he's
down
just
trying
kind of,
to.
yeah, I think he's just trying to push and he's just kind of weirdly stuck in that.
A little late on the rear left.
Yep.
A little late on the
Again.
rear left there, it looked like, for the Ferrari. Leclerc just put in the fastest lap at 140.9, though. Interesting.
Oh,
That,
the Signs is going to stay in front. Yeah. Sign stays in front of Stroll here. So it works for Signs, right? He stayed in front of Stroll. He stayed in front of Russell. It worked out for him.
yeah, he retains his position. Remains to be seen what happens to Norris now. That's
They
gonna
were
be the
just
key.
talking about in the commentary here is why didn't Hamilton do anything?
Well, I
That
mean,
was slow on the right front there and the
something Mercedes
left
kind of doing
rear.
is. I thought the left rear was very, very
Yeah, it was
slow.
kind of slow.
Yeah.
This is
So,
weird actually, because they're actually right. What do you do if you're McLaren?
well, McLaren finding itself in the same spot it did at the end of months at 1 and
Did
2.
it, yeah, you just have to.
With Norris and Ricardo, and quite a
I don't
gap actually.
know, but
Norris has
okay,
8
basically you
seconds.
have. Hold on, it's radio. They're asking Lando how far. Lando seems to be okay. That's going to be Kimmy, and that's also going to, or maybe that was an Alpha. And sorry, was it? I don't know if it was Kimmy or not, but Alpha in the pit and Ocon in the pit. It was right.
I'm
So
looking at
Verstappen up
I'm
to
looking at the
6.
split times here on
So
the
basically,
laps.
Norris. So Norris, Matthew, interesting you say that because Norris should. He should only pit if he's losing the split time on Hamilton and Perez.
Yeah, which is exactly what. This is why I was looking at
Which
the
is, I think,
splits.
what their
And
conversation was. If the times are still fast enough and he can keep himself out there, there's no reason to pit.
last lap for Norris 141.36. Last lap for Hamilton 141.43.
The second once they cross over and he actually starts catching, that's when they have to pit, I think,
So
because you
Norris
lose the advantage.
still faster. There's no reason. There's no need. I wouldn't like
I would keep him out.
keep him out.
Because he's got the free air. The only reason I think the other people had to pit so early is because they were just stuck.
I think there is a bit of a tussle going on between Ricardo and Hamilton at the moment. They're within a second.
They're
And if
within a
you're watching
second of
the
each other
map,
almost.
the dots there are kind of going back and forth. Probably Ricardo doing his teammate a solid here by holding Hamilton back so that he can actually extend.
Oh, yeah. Also, you have to think that, yes, Lando was kind of chasing signs the whole time, but his tires are better off than all the others that were stuck in the lines.
Yeah.
because your tires degrade way more when you're stuck in all of that. Which is probably why you saw the early pull there from other people. And honestly, Aston Martin, I think they played it right with Stroll there. So good credit to them. I think that was a good call, actually pitting that early
Red Bull
in
also
for
staying
their
out, by the
situation.
way.
Yeah.
You now have Verstappen and Perez. You have Verstappen
Perez
in
is covering
sixth.
Hamilton. Whatever Hamilton does, he'll do.
Yeah, yeah, it's actually a great point. Paris is going to cover Hamilton. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. He can't he, unless there's an opportunity where you can kind of undercut. I think that's what he has to kind of just chase him. And then here's Hamilton on the charge on Ricardo.
Verstappen just put in
Ricardo's
the
in danger.
fastest lap. It's a 140.29. That's 6 hundredths of a second faster than Leclerc, who had the 140.9 actually. So Verstappen is climbing fast. He's going to find himself near the top real quick.
He's absolutely ripping right now,
Yeah, he
actually.
is. He's in clear air and he's just
He's
going
got a
right now.
16-second gap and he's cutting into that massively every single lap.
I mean, the interval between him and Alonso is 4 seconds right now, but he's going about 1.5 seconds quicker per lap. I don't expect that to last very long at the moment. Actually, the inside of the front right doesn't look too good either here on
Yeah, I
Hamilton.
was gonna say the tires don't look great, but they don't. We've seen way worse.
Yeah, we have as Ricardo continues to hold Hamilton off, really, and allowing Norris to have even more room. Now the gap was 7 seconds; it's up to almost 9.
Yeah, the thing is, Norris is using tire, but he's kind of not because he's sort of coasting. Also at the same time with nobody in front of him, he's able to just lay down better times.
Yep.
He's literally by himself.
Is out here by himself. I'm trying to, yeah, by 9 seconds.
Ah, he just dropped another one. My God,
Yeah,
that is
which is about
insane.
2 thousandths
Yeah,
faster than the last one, but still, Verstappen is just hammering out lap times right now.
which is exactly what he has to do in that strategy, right? Like
Yeah.
there's nothing else
He is
can really
just kind
do.
of sending it at the moment. Norris radio. Yeah, he's basically saying that the track is he's still good, so they're gonna keep
Yeah,
him out there.
he's
There's no reason
fine.
to pit. There's no reason to pit.
Perez is also right on the heels of Hamilton
Hamilton.
as well,
Yeah.
though. So that is something to kind of watch. If he goes for a move and it doesn't work out, Perez has the advantage, and Perez, we know he'll go for it.
It would be very interesting to see Perez push Hamilton right now, actually.
I don't know
Bottas
if
down
his
in
car's
10.
quick enough though.
Yeah, I was just going to say
And they're saying
Bottas
it's going to rain, which
Bottas
would,
down in 10th with
if it started to rain, it would send this race
oh
into
my goodness,
a
can you imagine?
complete disaster.
Well, it'd just be chaos.
Oh yeah,
Wouldn't
it
quite
would
be a
absolutely
disaster.
be the craziest thing ever.
Yeah, well, what would be very fascinating is that depending when the rain showed up, the people who haven't, if it, let's say it shows up within the next
Haven't
two
pitted,
laps,
yes,
the ones
yeah,
that haven't pitted,
yeah,
right, can
yeah, you're right.
can just swap
That's
onto the
another
rain
one.
tires
That's
onto the
another fastest
intermediates.
lap right there again for Verstappen. Just took another couple tenths off of it.
Yeah, another half second here adding to the
It's
lead for
absolutely
Norris.
insane. He's completely lying on the radio saying his tires are done. It's a complete lie.
Yeah, he's just
No
he's
shot.
doing fine. Well, it could be that Ricardo's just holding up Hamilton too, right? I mean, they are team
True.
racing at this point, so
True. True.
just don't let Hamilton by, and then you're good.
Agreed.
But on that
Hamilton's kind of,
straightaway,
yeah, Verstappen's there. He's close.
I was gonna say Hamilton can
he's on
see
the pictures
Verstappen in
if
the
you,
rearview mirror.
yeah,
He's got two Red Bulls.
he's not far, I'll tell you that
He's
much.
got two Red Bulls hunting him down. It'd be fascinating if we might. Oh my God, Verstappen and Hamilton are going to be close when they both go into the
Yeah,
pits.
it's like the thing you can't look away, but like you don't want them to get close.
You don't want them to get close. Although there's no real like, there are some sausage curbs here though to watch out for in this track.
Yeah, my God.
That rubber on there in the track on the inside.
Man, they're still extending the gap.
They are.
They're
They
up
are.
10 seconds.
This has
You
actually
can't.
been
This is literally perfect for Zach Brown.
it's really good for
Yeah,
Verstappen too, because this little pack here has really not made up much ground on the leaders, but he has made ground up on them. Now he's less than 5 seconds. He's about 3.7 seconds behind Hamilton at the moment, and this just seems to have a ton of speed here in the straightaways.
it is so cool how you can see the air off of the wing.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
Like
very
it's
fascinating.
like an
Yeah,
airplane
it
wing
is.
as a
It's also
takeoff.
you can really tell the different DRS systems that they use because the Red Bull wing is very different than
I want
these
to see
other
this one
wings that are
activate.
just horizontal.
What do you say?
They're on pace for a fifth place finish.
Oh wow. Okay, if they really think that, okay.
I mean, Bottas is in fifth. I mean, he's in 10th, right?
Yeah,
He's still got 33 laps to go.
yeah.
So they're just looking at his pace and probably on set for it. They're taking the more practical and pragmatic approach rather than Verstappen then just flown through the entire.
The
Well,
entire
looks
field.
like that cloud is going over Sochi.
I can't quite tell. Are they in the middle of that radar?
Yeah, that was the other thing. I don't know where I don't actually know where the track is in reference to what map they're looking at.
Yeah.
So Max is within a half second on Alonso
Yeah. I was gonna say, like I said,
and has DRS,
he's made a ton
which
of.
means
He's about to
Perez
overtake.
is going to let him pass.
He's about to
Hamilton
overtake.
radio says get ready to undercut him.
Hmm.
Hmm. Is that smart?
Undercut who exactly? Ricardo?
No, I think he's talking about undercutting Norris and yeah, right, yeah.
Because
I'm not
right
sure
now
actually.
Norris has 11.3
I
second
mean,
lead. It's
Lewis
half a pit stop.
is close on Ricardo here though. He may be actually no, it just moved up to 0.7 again. I thought he had him reeled
Norris
in
has
about
half a pit
3.
stop worth of lead right now.
Super close there. I think Norris still needs to just continue doing his thing. I have no idea.
Still
Just keep extending the
incredibly
time and
competitive lap times, Fran. Norris just posted a 140.8.
yeah, when you have nobody around you on this track, you can just
140.6.
yeah.
0.68.
I mean, Verstappen still is the 140.15, I think is the fastest lap, but he's pretty much doing the same pace. Now it's extended the lead now 12 seconds basically between the next pack.
Yeah.
I mean, if Ricardo can do as much as he can, just keep hitting the brakes.
You know what's fascinating though is right now who's in a incredible position to make up ground in the pits is Verstappen. If
Yeah, that he
Mercedes,
is too. Yeah. I
screws it
actually
up in the
think Red
pits,
Bull's in a
they're in
really good
trouble.
spot here for the rest of the race. Yeah, that was actually exactly what they just said on the commentary. They're surprised at how Perez isn't coming in.
Perez, so both Perez and Verstappen
To put
both
pressure on
on the
Hamilton.
hards, keeping up the pace with Hamilton on the mediums. Rather interesting data
Ooh,
point
he
there.
was looking. He was looking on Hamilton there. Maybe that's why they're not taking him
Oh,
out.
I see. He tried to go outside
He
there.
was
Yeah, yeah.
peeking. And Perez was
He's
peeking there.
peeking.
His
So
tires look fine. The front left has some
it's kind of
balding, but
fascinating
it
though that
looks
they're keeping up the pace with the different on the hards.
compounds, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say that's kind of weird to me. It feels like there's no difference between the tires.
you should be able to go longer.
I mean, Hamilton technically should be faster,
Exactly, but he's not.
right? But he's not.
But he's not. And
Which
again,
means
that
the
might
difference
be
between on this track, I think it's also something to do with the temperature. It may be too, like the track temperature may be a little too
Low.
cold to keep the, yeah, it may be too low to keep the mediums up to a competitive thing with the hards. I'm not sure. Norris. I have to say the radio communications that McLaren have are fantastic. They're super straightforward. They're super like
We
they
want to
allow,
extend if we can, yeah.
and then
Oh,
it looks like Ricardo's gonna go into the pit here.
but
He had to smack the
Mercedes also
brake there.
mobilizing.
Mercedes is also coming. I don't know if that was for Bottas or him though.
Could be one of the two. Yeah. Ricardo is in. All right. Let's
Well,
see
it's
what the
not
time is.
Bottas because, oh, this is bad.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, there goes the race for Ricardo, unfortunately.
Oh, I don't know why. I don't know what happened there. Hmm.
Mercedes may have juked them 100%.
Maybe he's gonna come out behind Russell here, I
Yeah,
think,
this is awful.
and behind Sainz. Yeah, he's definitely losing positions.
He should have
He's actually
been,
behind Ocon too.
he should
Oof.
have been pretty much in behind signs.
All right, so nightmarish stop there, but he's on hard. He's on hards as well. Verstappen now in position 5.
Yeah, here's gonna be a replay of the pit.
Now, Norris doesn't have Ricardo holding back Hamilton anymore, so is Hamilton going to try to make up any ground on Norris?
Wait. Oh, that's when they changed the regulations. Yeah.
What? They
So
can't press the
basically,
button?
no, it used to be more automated. So it used to be more in the sense of like you just put it in, it's more computerized and then it's done. Now they've made it more human. So there's a lot more human error and you have to make sure everything's like it has to get to a certain point for it to turn green.
Oh,
And it has to be done
Jesus.
like you have to switch the button type deal. And that's why it's been taking longer on these pit stops because the FIA said that 2.5-second pit stops are too fast. So
What?
which I actually thought was pretty cool. I thought it was pretty awesome that you can like automate much of the pit stop as much as possible. I thought it was pretty cool. I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, like they're still humans taking the tires off, putting them
Yeah.
on,
So
right?
so now you can exactly. You can
I
now
don't.
move
I'll have
Hamilton
to
out of
look
here.
into it more to get a full more explanation, but that's kind of the general gist of it. Verstappen on the radio. He says he can't turn the car.
This seems like a pretty straightforward
Important thing.
straightforward communication there, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't turn the
The
car.
car
Okay.
is not turning. Well, Max,
Fantastic.
it looks like you just turned.
Yeah, probably means he has a ton of understeer. So there you go. But we'll have to see how much time that Hamilton can chew into Norris's lead here.
It's not chewing in it much. It's 12 seconds.
Well, he was at 13 and a half.
Yeah, I also think this is the point where all the hards have hit their limits because you look at Verstappen. Verstappen's he can't keep up with Alonso. Alonso can't really keep up with Perez, and Perez can't really keep up with Hamilton anymore.
But Norris still doing okay. Yeah, I don't. Ricardo's not going to come out ahead of Hamilton here unless there's a disaster in the pits for Mercedes. Yeah, Hamilton just put in the fastest lap, 139.9. Wow.
The graining is clearing up on his tires, which means his tires are getting second wind or at this point third wind.
Or they've just all evenly grained down so that there's no more. But yeah, they're
This is the
gone
problem. This
about
is
half the
interesting.
race.
Karun's talking about basically how if they bring in Max, like if and they're gonna put him on mediums, like he actually can't make it.
You don't
Like they're
think
not
he can
even
make
halfway
it?
through the race.
No, they are. They're like one lap off halfway. They're one lap off.
Well, 26 plus 26 is 52, but
Yeah, it's one lap.
it's close.
I see. Okay. Yeah, Hamilton is definitely just hammered down right now.
Yeah, I was gonna
This is
say, I
not
think
good
so.
for Lando. That whole thing with Ricardo, I think McLaren really messed up.
Yeah, McLaren kind of threw away a little bit of their advantage there, but I also do think Norris is still in a really good spot. I mean,
He is. He is. Leclerc actually not looking too bad. He's in sixth.
yeah, Leclerc's always kind of been on the heels of Verstappen today. He's been climbing up, but also the new power unit's probably pretty helpful for him. Also, yeah, if you do want to hop in the Discord and check it out, I bet everybody probably thought that this race was at 9 p.m. Eastern or the normal time, and it was actually an hour earlier. As I see some of our regulars getting on now
There you go.
versus earlier in the day. So that
Yeah.
was quite the lockup there by Hamilton.
Yeah, 1 hour earlier
Oh,
start here. Because as you pointed out, Sochi is to the right
yeah, of Moscow.
of
Yeah.
Moscow. Moscow being on Central European time, and Sochi being an hour ahead. So
It's quite a big country.
it's just quite a big country that spans 2 continents, technically.
And probably like 4 time zones.
Significant number, yeah.
Signs is not happy.
Well, he's finds himself currently down in 10th while he was leading the race. A Mercedes pit crew mobilizing here. This could be Bottas.
Hamilton to the pit.
Oh,
So
Hamilton
this
to
is
the
it.
pit.
Let's
All
see
right.
if they can nail this. That was good.
Verstappen as well. Verstappen's matching. Oh, that looked good.
That
Oh,
was kind of.
wow. That's crazy. Verstappen weaves right in behind Hamilton, and Verstappen a clean stop for Red Bull too. It is Hamilton and Verstappen following each other out of the pits.
Yeah.
Ran, this could be.
This is going
Let's
to be
see.
an interesting one.
Let's see. Let's see what happens. But actually, the exit here, a nightmare for Verstappen, who gets stuck behind Ricardo and Russell. Uh, is the positioning right? Yeah, actually. 5 seconds is the difference between Verstappen and Hamilton, actually, right now.
Yeah, he sounds very calm,
Huh.
Lando. Yeah, I mean, Lando's.
Lando's just, yeah.
Yeah, he's racing
Keep
like
going. Keep
a
going.
really good. Yeah, he's racing above his years right now. He's doing really well.
I actually did not take a peek as to what the delta between Hamilton and Verstappen was going into the pit, so I'm not clear on whether they made up time there.
I think they did.
But what is interesting, as Derek is pointing out, is that Verstappen has gone to mediums, Hamilton has gone to hards, so they kind of flip flopped. Now Gasly and Sainz they're battle for fifth,
Verstappen
but they
moves
have to
up on
pit.
Russell pretty quickly there, and Ricardo's next. Norris on the radio again. They're gonna box Norris, so hopefully they
Interesting. Okay.
don't mess him over. He just needs to make sure the space between the cars and he has that gap of 5 to 10 seconds, and then he'll be able to keep the
Yeah,
lead.
it depends where he comes out, right?
They just can't delay him like 10 seconds or so. That's really what it is.
Yeah, when they have to cycle through.
Because the last ones to pit
So
still are
a
the first, are the three:
25
Perez,
second,
Alonso, and Clerk.
well, a 25-second pit stop would put him at about 4 seconds in front of Pierre Gasly in fifth, who has yet to pit. So I think that's where they're aiming for right now.
Yeah,
Let's see how long this pit stop actually is. Here comes Norris in. Hopefully, no
beautiful.
issues. And you're saying beautiful. I have it a bit of a second late. Not bad, not bad. 2.9. Yeah, yeah, not bad.
2.9. We finally have timers.
Maybe a
We
half
did not have
second.
timers for very
Maybe a
long
half
this week.
second off or so, but he looks like he's going to have a very nice gap here as you look down the first straightaway. He's got a brilliant gap, actually. So he's just going to go, he's going to
Here's
go the
both us, yeah.
distance. Is he going to get griefed? Oh, no. That was actually clean. Wow. 2.4 there for Bottas. Fastest lap by Max Verstappen, who just printed a 138.4.
Yeah, he is
Wow.
flying.
600ths of a second.
38's are the fastest we've seen all day.
Yes, they are. The first 138 we've seen so far. Very good pit stop
All right,
for
well, let's see
Mercedes
what
there.
Norris can do on the new tires.
Yes,
And
who
then
Norris in fourth.
eventually Signs and or Leclerc, Alonso, and Norris or Perez are gonna have to pit, right?
Yep.
So the next move here is gonna be the next move here is that they're actually talking about is Verstappen. Is he actually just trying to two-stop it and go nuts basically on the mediums, get as much can, and then go nuts again on the next round? But
On the
I'm not
next round of
sure.
mediums. That would be, he'd have to make up a ton of ground, though. Yeah, Verstappen, the only one in the top 10 on mediums at the moment. Actually, there's only two people on mediums in the entire race.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
him
I
and
was gonna say
Bottas.
it's only him and Bottas. So they be interesting and they both try the two stop, but I don't know if that's gonna work with the 24 seconds. You basically need to make up 2 seconds a lap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you only have 23 laps left.
Then Hamilton makes the pass there on Signs. And then next is gonna be Gasly.
That was the Toto on the radio there.
Yep. Giving him the words of encouragement from the big boss.
Yep.
But that
23
means
laps to go.
that means Toto thinks he's gonna catch Norris? Really? Wow. Okay. Well,
Yeah, he's 9 seconds behind.
yeah, maybe. I have to say, Gasly's doing an incredible job on extremely old tires.
I
Well,
mean,
he's gonna get past now,
at
but
this point, it looks like Hamilton is in second,
yeah, pretty much.
right? Like
Yes.
with an
Which is
and
where he
there's a nine
was,
yeah, there's a
kind
nine
of.
second gap.
Ricardo was in front of him,
Right.
but they kind of got rid of him.
They really messed that one up. Yeah, so right now Hamilton is effectively in second with a 9 second gap to first. So there you go.
I'm interested. I'm surprised Perez still hasn't pit.
No Perez, no Alonso, no Leclerc. But right now they'd actually come out behind. So it would be actually very close because the pit stop of 20 seconds, Perez has Hamilton by 21. You would think if Perez pitted right now that he would come out neck and neck with Hamilton, more or
Yeah,
less.
I think they lost that already though.
They might have. They might
Wouldn't
have.
that have been the smart thing to do would be to sit in front of, like, have Checo sit in front of him?
Hmm. You'd think.
and then have him in second?
Looks like
Because now the
Verstappen is about
gap's
to
like
take
too
out
long.
Ricardo and then Stroll right in front of that. He's going to go for 2 cars in one, I think, here. Yeah, they're talking about what happens if the rain comes in. So far, no rain.
Yeah, no rain yet. It's gonna be pretty interesting though.
Oh, Pierre holding off Sainz right now.
Ricardo made the move on Stroll, which means Verstappen's gonna be ready.
Yep, it's like the wounded Impala.
Yeah, it's so sad. Once you
Verstappen is trying to make a move right here. Hold on, will he? No. Yes, no. Hamilton with the fastest lap on 138 flat. He's now 7 seconds behind Norris. Norris really has to throttle it here. He doesn't have the pace.
Yeah, that was as
Yep,
easy as
there it
you'd like.
is.
You can kind of tell that the people that pitted early probably was not the right move.
But Verstappen isn't making ground on Hamilton right now. Let's see. Yeah, see, without Ricardo holding Hamilton back, Norris is
Yeah, it's a problem.
Norris might get eaten alive here. Doesn't have the pace to stay out there unless he hasn't really pushed it yet on the new tires.
Yeah, he's trying to keep that gap. Yeah, because now the Perez gap is like it's too,
Yeah, the
you're
Perez.
nowhere close to Hamilton.
Yeah, they have lost it. I'm just looking at the times here on my other screen. I think they've kind of lost the opportunity. I think he comes out in front of Gasly, but he comes out several seconds behind Hamilton right now. Unless Paris is really like they put Paris on mediums and then he
Yeah, I
just
was gonna say that's what
goes.
they're talking about. They're basically saying if he stays on for 5 more laps and then they just put him on, that he just goes nuts for the last like 10, 15. Maybe he makes it. I don't know, but
Yeah, saying here striking distance in 5 laps. That
5 laps.
actually sounds right based on the times that they're putting down right now. Both Norris and Hamilton putting in sub 140s. Actually, Perez put in a sub 140. So he's not that far off the race pace. He's just going to have to pit.
Max in a really bad spot behind all these cars. Here's Mick. Oh, that's sad.
Hmm.
Oh, poor Mick.
I have to retire the car. Interesting.
Yeah, probably an issue with the maybe an engine or something like that that they just can't fix or solve during the race. It's kind of unfortunate.
Unfortunate. So we have the first retirement of the day.
This 3 cars are extremely close together.
Between Ricardo, Verstappen, and Sainz.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are
Like
actually 4 of them.
here's
5 of them.
Ricardo. Oh. Uh Ricardo makes the pass. Yes, he does.
Yes, on the inside he has Leclerc. No, he has Sainz. Sorry.
Well, before the excitement starts, I'm gonna quick break, quick
Oh
restroom break.
boy, there you go. All right. Well, the let's see. So Perez and Alonso still haven't cycled through, so they still have yet to pit. Hamilton's gap to Perez has come down 4 seconds. It was somewhere in the order of 20 to 21. It's now 16 and a half. And now I'm trying to look in Leclerc actually in the middle of Hamilton and Norris, which is actually probably good news for Norris because Hamilton had shrunk the gap to about 5 seconds from 9. So let's see,
Yeah,
Leclerc
so
can actually
I
give
think
Norris
Norris
some
has more pace, to be completely honest with
that
you.
he just hasn't been using.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know, but at least he's
Because then
got
how?
Leclerc in the middle
No,
now.
because then how is Hamilton so far behind for the other part of the race? Is it just all due to the fact that he was
He's in
behind the other
traffic. He's in
cars?
traffic with
Maybe.
5 other cars.
Yeah, maybe. But I still feel like
Has Leclerc pitted? No, right?
there's the weather. Sorry, what'd you say?
Has Leclerc pitted? No,
No,
Leclerc hasn't
no, he
pitted.
hasn't.
Wait, so how did he get in front of Hamilton?
Because he hasn't pitted.
But I thought it was Norris Hamilton. There wasn't any car in the middle. Huh. Okay. Weird.
Oh wait, I see what you mean. Norris passed him.
Ah, Norris passed Leclerc.
Yeah,
Ah,
that
there
was
you
when I
go.
was.
Okay.
That was when I messed up and I thought Ricardo was passing Signs,
Okay.
and it was Norris
Norris
passing.
passed Leclerc. Okay,
Yeah,
there you
it
go.
was my mistake.
All right. And Hamilton just passed him.
There you go. Yeah.
There you go.
Then Verstappen is freaking far behind Ricardo to make any type of move there.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
Leclerc finally pits.
Leclerc finally pits.
See how this pit stop is?
Yeah, that makes sense. Perez is still out there. 1 or 2 more laps for Perez, you'd have to say, to
Yeah,
get
I
to
think he's at
15, and then
38.
you
Yeah,
throw him for 15 laps and say
yeah,
go.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Look at them all watching intently on this awful pit stop. Sorry, I had to.
8 watching, 2 working. Typical.
Again,
4.8.
that
Oh my
that tire in the
god.
back just got stuck. You couldn't open it
Oh
up.
my god.
I feel so bad for the drivers, but I also feel so bad for the mechanics. It's like, ugh. Oh, he got in front of Bottas there. He kept in front. Toto's not happy.
Toto would not be happy about that.
That means Leclerc would have been in front of all these people if they didn't mess it up. He literally would have been.
So I don't understand how they're
He would
saying
have been
Bottas
ninth.
is going to get a top 5 finish.
Yeah,
And
I
he's
don't
sitting
understand
at
that either.
14th. So
Yeah. What
he's out of the
what
points.
math are they looking at?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because he's still in 14.
So what you're saying is Norris may be being held up right now.
Yeah, no, I think he's just gonna let him by. He's also yeah, he just pit.
Alonso? Oh yeah, okay, there you go.
I don't think you can do that. Well, actually, no, you can technically hold him up.
You can. You're in
You
second.
don't have to. You're not blue flagged if the
No.
person's pitted behind you. Yeah, you're right.
And Perez is actually going to come into the pit, so it's going to be 16
That's the worst
laps.
pit stop ever. I could have had.
Wow, 8.9 seconds for Perez. 9 seconds for Perez. That's a disaster.
Nope. He doesn't get in front of him. How
Oh
many
my
laps
God.
left?
16.
16.
So now it's Verstappen and Perez.
That was awful.
So this is not where you wanted them. You can't have the 2 Red Bulls right next. Now they're racing each other. They're going to have to let Verstappen go.
You could have had Perez in front of Sainz in third.
Yeah, you're going to have to let Verstappen go.
That's Oh, I got caught. What happened here? Yeah, let's see.
Ugh.
Jeez,
Ugh.
it's bad.
Jesus. Yeah, not good. Hamilton now, the gap is about 2 seconds here to Norris. Remember, it was basically 13 before they cycled pit stops.
That was pretty funny,
Uh,
actually. He's just like, leave me alone. I don't care.
Well, I'm not really sure what's going to happen here in the next 15
Yeah,
laps. This
but
is
I don't think, I think Hamilton's just gonna like literally get right past him.
he could.
Like his pace is way higher. Like he's just gonna literally like fly right past him. It's not even gonna be like a battle, I think.
They're not actually letting Verstappen go either.
I mean, Verstappen just got passed.
Verstappen just got passed by Alonso. Yeah, that's bizarre. Oh dear. Yep. That was the one where I thought they should have
So
switched
I think this
Verstappen,
is
but they
where
didn't.
Alonso and, yep. Yeah, he just made right past him. He's just got way better time. Yeah. There's really nothing Max could
Got
have
the
done
toe
there.
down got the straightaway there. Late on the brakes and around. Yeah, easy. Red Bull gonna have to mitigate the damage here
Yeah, this
because
is a damage control for Red Bull, and I think Mercedes is gonna be able to take. I mean, we'll see if he's gonna make the pass on Norris. We'll see in probably 1 or 2 more laps, but he should be able to. It should be pretty easy for him, actually.
intriguing. The rain so far has held off, so
So yeah, for everybody, for I guess it's a good thing. Bad thing for others that have messed up the race.
yeah,
The
yeah,
Haas is
interesting.
gonna be in front of him
Can
here.
Norris use DRS on Mazepin?
No, I don't think so.
Really? He's gonna
I
have
lied.
it
He
gets
just
blue
did.
flagged.
He just used it, so
Yeah,
I
he
lied.
can. Fascinating.
Oh, that means Lewis should technically be able to use it also, no?
True, true, true. Yeah, it's basically Norris and Hamilton racing their own race, and then Sainz is 22 seconds behind that.
Yeah, he did give himself, Norris bought himself a lap there.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, and Norris actually just put down
Wow, he just dropped the fastest
the
lap
fastest lap.
also.
Well, he
I
did
told
have the
you he had
DRS.
tire.
He had the DRS off Mazepin. He just put down a 137.4. Wow.
Yeah, that's
Cards
actually
lightening
kind of
up here a little
insane.
bit. Maybe a little less fuel.
Gap between Lewis and Norris is under 2 seconds and it's fluctuating under 2 seconds,
Yep.
basically, Vex. Also, if you want to, watch the race, you can hop in and, view it in Discord. We have our watch party there. You can always just, remember, just hit the sub button or, well, yeah, there's no follow button on YouTube. So hit
Yeah.
the subscribe button if you want to come back and be able to watch in the future and watch the live races with us.
And not a bad day for the constructors for Red Bull, but not good for the championship for
Championship,
Verstappen.
yeah, for
Because
Verstappen,
right now
yeah.
Bottas is out of the points, and I don't know if he gets back in the points
I don't think
unless
he's getting in.
they give him mediums and then just tell him to go. But I don't think so either. This is going to be incredibly nail biting here for Norris, who just has, yeah, as you said, a 1.75 second lead over Hamilton with 14 laps to go.
Yeah, this is terrifying for him.
Verstappen now within a second of Alonso, will have DRS. But yeah, there's just a huge gap between.
Yeah, there's a 30-second gap. It's their own
Yeah,
race.
it's their own race.
The best thing that Red Bull can get is a 4-5, but I
Yeah.
don't think that's happening.
Perez would have had a podium if they hadn't messed up the pit
If they
stop.
didn't mess up the pit stop. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, he had an 8-second one, right?
9.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Yeah, that's that's the race right there for him. Unfortunately.
Unless something absolutely crazy happens.
Perez is trying to make the pass here, but
Nope.
possibly.
Team Papaya though, looking pretty good
Team
at the
Papaya.
one
I
floor.
think it's so funny they call it Team
Team
Papaya.
Papaya looking pretty good at the
I think
one
it's
floor
absolutely
right now.
hilarious. It's so funny.
Looking to extend its constructors lead over Ferrari, who's got 310.
Yeah, I tried to make the move. He was down to 0.2 seconds. Now he's around over up to a second now. He may lose DRS on the straight here. Should try not to. There's
Verstappen can't
McLaren
catch
pit
Alonso.
wall. No,
What?
can't. Alonso's on newer tires.
That's
I'm
insane.
pretty
though.
sure, isn't he? I could be wrong.
Maybe by a lap or two. Yeah, now they're talking about how this top 5 finish for Bottas isn't happening, and I'm
yeah.
like, yes, it's not happening.
This
Yeah.
is still crazy for Norris. This is super close. Also, sorry, if you do, we always do call out if people subscribe and such, but if you don't have the notifications for now, we can't call it out. So apologies, but thank you. If any have come through.
For sure, for sure. It's been a pretty good race so far, actually. Very
Yeah.
just intriguing because of a lot of the, we had grid penalties, we had engine swaps. So the folks that are usually at the top didn't start at the top, and there's always been the threat of rain. You had some drizzling going on in the pit lane, but the rain has not showed up. So right now, Russell is trying to hold off.
Claire makes the move.
Russell trying to hold off Lewis Hamilton for his first Formula One win. And there you go. Yeah, Leclerc up into 9th. Russell, who started 3rd, right now in 10th, so still in the points, and about 2 seconds ahead of Esteban Ocon, who sits in 11th.
They're saying rain at the end. Ferrari said it. Now Mercedes said it too. Which will make this
what
really
the end
fascinating.
being like
the last 3 laps, it just starts torrential downpour.
Yeah, like what? Like now, I mean, they've been putting in 140s, right?
Vex, I think Norris is pretty much guaranteed to be on the podium. Where he is on the podium is
to be determined.
Right now, and
I mean,
kind of up to him.
There's about 15 minutes left in this race, based on the lap times that they're putting in. So I can imagine where the rain shows up.
It's definitely getting grayer over some parts of the track, right?
Yeah, if you that last
like
shot
it actually looks like it's going to rain. It hasn't looked like that all day, and now it does look like that. This is going to be nuts if it actually starts raining in the 5-10 laps.
Yeah. Norris is still holding on. I can't imagine that he's going to give this up easily.
No.
Although Hamilton's about to have DRS on him, so
Botas radio here. Hitting turn 5 and 7 in 10 minutes. So they have it down to the specific turns that will be wet.
in 10 minutes, and we said that I calculate there's about 15 minutes left in the
15
race.
minutes left in the race.
So
the
there
last
you
5
go.
minutes, there will be 2 wet corners. It does look like it's going to rain actually in those shots. Like it does actually look like gray clouds.
It does. It does.
So basically what's happening here is that Hamilton needs to make the pass before.
Yeah, because there's a threat that you end up going under yellow, right? Essentially.
Under a yellow or something like that, or just anything from happening, right?
Yeah. Well, make sure you jump into Discord here, because if you want the live images, because this end here is going to be quite something. And Hamilton just outside of DRS.
He's just, yeah,
1.1
I'm literally staring at the DRS number in the sections and when they're flying into it, and he just can't get it yet. Russell already saying spots of rain in turn 10. All it takes is for one driver.
All it takes is for one driver
to hit one patch of rain.
No matter where they are on the circuit. Changes.
And also, yeah, speaking, they also have like no tires left, so it's really bad. Still over 1 second. My God.
But not by much.
Lando is
10th.
I have to give this kid credit. He is really good.
Yeah, of course he's
like
really
he's
good.
Unbelievable.
In arguably not as good a car. He's holding.
Yeah, arguably technically not as good as a car either. Yeah. I mean, then again, we also have to reiterate this fact. I feel like a lot when we're recently in the last few weeks, we've been talking more about the McLarens. We also have to reiterate coming into this season, their competition is the Ferrari, not the Mercedes.
Yeah, but they want to win this race.
Granted, they want to win this race. Totally understand, but that's that shows you the difference between car.
Yeah.
Right.
Perez manages to pop himself up a place, actually, passing.
And
Ricardo.
I'm seeing a lot of ponchos in the stands now.
Oh, there you go.
It actually looks like it's pouring. Never mind. If you look like farther off in the distance, it looks like it's raining.
That last shot is absolutely raining.
It totally is raining.
But not when they turn on. Not when they turn on this side. But
Hamilton radio. Turn 5. Risk of rain. Yeah, you can like actually see the like rain coming down.
He's saying he can't. Hamilton's saying he can't get any closer. Really? Wow.
Oh, but he's under. He's under the second.
Now he is. He just came around that corner under a second. Yeah.
So Perez Ricardo move here. Takes the inside.
Oof, just carrying so much speed.
Oof, that was close.
Oh my gosh, they are wheel to wheel.
Hey, gave him space. That was good though. He totally gave him the space to get back on the track and everything like that. That was a good pass. It was close, but it was good.
And Verstappen still stuck behind Alonso as Leclerc moves up a position on Stroll as well.
I told you, I called it. The ponchos were out.
The ponchos were out.
So yeah, Vex 2020 saying rain will make this brilliant as long as Norris still wins. Honestly, I'm kind of right there with you. I would love to see Norris grab his first win. I think it'd be so
was cool. In the DRS range, but is now out of it. So
Max is saying it is still raining. Also. Yeah, this picture right here has gotten worse every lap.
Yeah. When
it's gotten darker and darker every lap on these two camera shots, and now there's
6.
Yep. Norris. Umbrellas are. Yeah, he says it's starting to rain. Also, you can't pit.
I just don't know what you do right now. You just kind of have to send it.
Pray to God that you just don't hit a patch. I don't know what to say. I really don't.
I mean,
that's
between
really
Hamilton,
all you can do.
Between Hamilton and Norris, it's It's 35 seconds to third. Those two could pit and still come out ahead, but like they can't.
Thank you, Derek. F1 has just posted it's raining graphic.
Nice.
Also, if you guys are enjoying the pictures, they're in Discord, that you can go in Discord and see it. And then also be able to drop a subs and a like. So then you can know when we're back every single race. And this time you'll know ahead of time that the race wasn't at 9 and it was an hour early.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I don't even. I can't.
It's under a
I
second.
don't think you. I can't. I can't imagine that you switch. I think you just have to sort of like.
The only
you just
reason
prefer-
Science is saying that is because he has a 35-second gap to anything.
No.
Oh wait,
No.
I'm reading that wrong.
You're reading that wrong.
Yeah,
Hamilton
I read that
has.
wrong.
Yeah, it's a 35-second
This
gap
is-
to the top two.
Oh my god, half a second. Oh, Norris slipped. Oh my god. They both slipped. This is
Oh my gosh, you're right, they both slipped. Maybe they should both come in actually. Wow, they could.
oh my god. It's like it's actually bad.
It is actually. The two of them have slipped, or both
Because
slipping, but Norris just got
went off
another
the
half
track
second.
and you were waiting for Hamilton to put the power down and pass him, and
He couldn't.
He couldn't. That was really awkward. But what, you got to do
Somebody
that
is
6
gonna-
more times? Oh my god.
Somebody is gonna miss.
Someone's gonna fall off the track, 100%.
Make a mistake.
It may not be these two, right? But it's gonna be someone's gonna. The fact that Norris didn't
Oh
go
my
into the
God.
wall there was absolute insanity. And Norris is still going to be able to keep the time. And he's going to be able to get it. He's going to keep it back up to 0.7. He can keep it up to a minute before he gets to the straight. Then he's good. God, this is nuts. Here it is again. Oh man, this is stressful.
This is very stressful. No, Hamilton.
And also,
doesn't?
Perez gets past Signs. Yeah,
Oh my
they're
God,
at
if the
turn
rain
3.
gets
Here
worse-
it is. It's coming. This is the next part here. Oh God, if you're Norris, do you like let up? Yellow flag sector? No, we're
No,
clear.
he's extended. He's at 1.5
Yellow-
seconds on Hamilton.
Yellow flag again here.
1.7. Hamilton's slow.
Oh, Hamilton skids off at the end of there too. He loses time more.
Hamilton very slow.
Everybody's boxing for
Hamilton's
inches now.
lost the
Stroll's
rear.
coming in. This is absolute insanity.
Hamilton's lost the rear there. He's at 2.5
Norris
seconds.
just went off the track again.
You didn't even see him come back. You're just like, is he gonna make it?
Yeah, Stroll is boxing. Hamilton
Oh my
says
God.
it's slippery, but it's not raining. So crazy thing here that I'm gonna say. You're Verstappen, you don't pit and you go the whole time.
Yeah, Verstappen.
And
Yes,
you kind of
yes,
YOLO this.
Yes,
and
yes,
like
yes,
pray
yes,
to
yes,
God
yes.
you maybe everybody crashes or something and you make it to the front. Because
I don't even know. I don't even know what to say right now.
yeah,
This is
I don't know
insane.
what to do.
DRS has been disabled. DRS has been disabled by race control.
Hamilton's coming into the pit, so he blinks first. He's going to be coming in, and then Norris is going to have to make the decision on what he does. Can he do the next 5 laps and keep a 25-second gap? This is the craziest
do they
race all
actually
season.
bring Hamilton in? Is Hamilton actually pitting? Norris just put in the fastest lap of the race. There's no way.
Oh my God! They just hit each other.
Who? What?
Stroll and
Oh,
Vettel.
Stroll and Vettel did just hit each other.
Why do you do that? Wait.
What?
Oh my God.
But Stroll también. Stroll is just
Yeah, what
pushing
is
him
he
out.
doing? What's
Jump
Stroll
into
doing?
Discord, by the way. These last 5 laps are going to be absolutely insanity.
Yeah, jump into Discord, drop a subscribe. This is
I
the
don't think
craziest
Hamilton
last
actually
4
pitted.
laps of the race.
I don't think Hamilton
No,
pitted.
Hamilton didn't. They juked.
They
They were
it.
wrong. I listened to the commentators. Yeah, that's hilarious, actually. Norris. Oh God, Hamilton goes sideways there in the back too. Verstappen's
Verstappen
pitting,
pits.
so they did the opposite thing. They're thinking to just go for it and on the intermediates and not took what I said, even though I think it's kind of crazy because
Oh,
now he's going to be
Hamilton
even further
ignored
back.
his pit crew.
I mean, this is
This
just
is
absolute
mayhem.
insanity.
Absolute mayhem. Pit stops here.
Because you
2.7 for
also have to
Sainz.
think, though, this
3.5
is not a
Verstappen.
situation that Hamilton necessarily wants to give up. He has a 49-second gap. So Mercedes is literally sitting there being like, if you're out here and you spin the car and you crash, we lose our points.
Yeah.
It's a really bad situation.
Because Hamilton could pit, take the safe way out, right? Is
and
what you're
still
saying.
be in second.
And still be in second.
He has to. That's totally the right decision for Hamilton. I completely agree with that, in my opinion. If you're Norris, you have nothing to lose.
Yeah. Hamilton has to pit, and he does.
Hamilton has to pit because if you spin out, that is the end. That is almost the end of the season.
Yeah, it blows up the points. Absolutely.
And then he said now that it was dry. So this is, again, I still think Verstappen should never have pitted on the intermediates.
I
think they took the safer route and saying like, oh, like we don't want you to crash and then miss out on the points. But in reality, you still don't have that much to lose. You can just drive it safely, right? And lose a few spots.
Mm-hmm.
But you could have, the opportunity was totally there. Look at the timings. He is at 14 seconds with Vettel, right? There's a 7-second gap.
Yeah.
It's 21 seconds. He's in third. He's in fourth if he doesn't pit.
Yeah. He shouldn't have pitted.
They blew it.
Norris just has to play extremely safe. He could tiptoe the car around the track for 3 laps and win. Oh, Stroll's out.
Oh, Stroll's into the race. He's
into the barrier.
Clipped Gasly, or he clipped the AlphaTauri.
Oh wow, that car came around.
Yeah, the stream should be working in Discord. If you just go in and you click on it, and then you click on you're watching it. I'm watching it on my phone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
You gotta
working.
click on the person.
Remember to drop a subscribe, and also
yeah,
you have
24. So 24 seconds was the average lost, and you're saying
Yes, he would be fourth.
He would be fourth. Absolutely, he would be fourth
if he
He'd be right
didn't do
behind
it,
Perez,
and there
yeah.
was not that much risk.
Right.
I should be Horner. This is nuts, though. This is kind of what we were saying.
Wrench thrown in at. Although, wow, Hamilton is making up a ton of time on Norris right now. He's just made up 7 seconds.
Okay, Verstappen now says it's heavy rain.
Oh my God, Norris is just all over the map at the moment.
Oh God. This is like really bad.
Oh my gosh, Norris, yeah, is it.
Yeah, Norris
has no grip. He can't even stay on the track. Oh, Norris is in a bad spot. Norris can't even stay on the track. Hamilton's going to win. Norris should have pitted.
Oh, that is so depressing.
Norris is off. He can't. He has no grip. Norris just slid off.
That's actually like really sad.
Verstappen just jumped into third.
And then Verstappen's in the third, so I was wrong. They did it right.
So the rain showed up, and Norris was the one that made the mistake.
I really poured.
It did come down. Norris was 2 laps from winning the race. Wow, look at the rain. Look at the rain.
Wow, I mean, he gets P3.
Yeah. No, he might actually.
Or P2
he
because he's got to
still be second.
Yeah. Well, Norris still gets third, probably.
Yeah. That's
If he
so
can
bad.
make it to the pit though.
If Norris,
Or
yeah,
only one side of the track, you're right. Only one side of the track's wet currently.
wow, Norris could have covered, and McLaren, yeah, they held out, and they just didn't get lucky here.
And then this part of the track is completely dry. It's crazy.
Yeah, the back half of the track is fully, it's
It's
just wet.
absolutely crazy.
Is a complete pool.
This is a replay of Leclerc probably literally not even able to see anything. Literally, poor guy.
Well, Leclerc, yeah, didn't have the tires either. He had to find reverse. Verstappen into
That's
second.
brutal. Sainz is going to end up in third. Ricardo ends up.
Oh, Norris
Norris
is gonna
literally in
miss the
front for the
podium.
whole race and then misses
Oh,
last 2 laps.
brutal. Brutal. Bottas is gonna get his top 5.
And yeah, Bottas gets a top 5.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Insanity.
That's tough.
Oh man. He couldn't
Yeah,
actually
he's
make the turn.
just. Yeah, Norris is not going to be able to keep the gap to Max at all because the
Norris is gonna
problem is
finish
it's
down
also
in
going to
8th.
be, yeah, because he's also going to get the penalty for going over the line, entry into the pit lane, and then coming out of it as well.
Wow, Verstappen's gonna finish second. Verstappen and Hamilton. So despite
And we
just
go
the
back to our normal.
craziness,
Yeah.
despite the absolute insanity of the last 5 laps of this race, and all the like ups and downs of what we'd expect, we're gonna finish Hamilton Verstappen 1-2. Wow. Good time to
And
take the
now
grid
it's like
penalty.
lighting up. Yeah. So, yes, that's actually the biggest part of all of this, right? Hamilton still has not swapped his engine.
Right. Verstappen did. So good
And
time to take the grid penalty.
Mercedes has said that there is degradation in the engines over time with certain mileage. So technically, yes, Hamilton and Mercedes do win this one, and they do win this race, but it is kind of long-term advantage towards Red Bull due to the actual engines.
Perez not going to finish well here, though. He's down in 9th.
Yeah, Perez.
Williams is Russell, I think, has a points finish at the moment. Damn, if Norris had pitted, they would have gotten it.
Yeah, RIP Norris. That was close.
So close. They took a gamble.
Super close.
They took a gamble there at the end, and it did not pay out for them, unfortunately.
That is crazy that he still wins this race.
Yeah, insane.
It's extremely fantastic job.
Wow, Mercedes wins the Russian Grand Prix again.
Yeah, again, right?
Again. Oh, heartbreaking for Norris, man.
Yeah, it's super heartbreaking.
Super heartbreaking.
It's really sad. I have to say, Max kind of best case scenario for them. You start in 20th and you end second.
Damn. Really tough. Norris going to finish in 7th, looks like.
Yeah, it's going to be really far down for him. He's also got the at least 5-second penalty.
Oh, so tough. So tough.
Well, that was Sochi.
Okay, and Sainz is going to finish third. So a podium for Ferrari, actually. They will get on the podium properly instead of just the champagne bottles. And Ricardo is going to be in fourth, Bottas in fifth, Alonso sixth, Norris seventh. We'll get, if that fastest lap is accurate, I don't think it is. That can't be right on the inners. Perez in ninth, and Russell will finish in the points for Williams down in 10th.
Yeah, the rain tires did it.
The rain tires did
McLaren
it. They
didn't do
made the
it,
right call.
and Mercedes did. So where will we be next week, or the week after that? Actually, is the
Turkey.
schedule. Oh, we're going to
Turkey.
Turkey. Oh, that's a
Yes.
9 a.m. race, everybody. Back to our normal time. Back to normal time.
Turkey, that is
That's a little easier.
2 weeks. Yeah, that's 2 weeks. It's October the 10th. Yes,
I will be here for that one. Perfect. Great.
Yes, exactly. Fastest lap does go to Lando for that 137.4. But unfortunately, he isn't going to get to celebrate his first podium.
Nope.
It is going to be Lewis Hamilton with his 100th win. 100th Grand Prix wins. Incredible, actually, friend. And yeah. Yeah. Red Bull saying, yeah, we'll definitely take that one for sure. I mean, they're going to take a second place finish after starting in 20th. Fantastic there. The strategy plays out well for Red Bull, which I honestly I didn't see that coming with all the shifting there at the end of. But we'll leave the podium ceremony up in Discord. But
Yep, I'll leave the
that's the
podium ceremony up.
race.
But thank you. If y'all enjoyed this, please drop a subscribe or like or a thumbs up or whatever. But make sure to come back next in 2 weeks,
In 2
October
weeks.
10th.
Yeah,
We'll be in Turkey.
And then actually after Turkey, I believe we come home here to the United States, I think. Yes, after Turkey, it is Austin, Texas. So there you go. All right.
Awesome.
Race winner Lewis Hamilton, followed up by Max Verstappen and then Carlos Sainz. Probably I think his first podium this season. Maybe? Yes? No? Anyway, a good result
I think
for
it
Ferrari.
could be.
After Sainz qualifies third, starts third, and finishes third. And the story, though, really is the heartbreak for Lando Norris, who will finish down in seventh after leading basically the entire race from pole position. Just a little slip up there on the strategy at the end as the rain came down. If the rain hadn't come down, it would have been a Norris win. Unfortunate there for him. But yeah, we'll see you all in 2 weeks for Turkey. For now, stay with us in Discord. Cheers, everybody. Have a great rest of your Sunday. See ya.